Hello everyone, my name is Shayne Topp and I use he, him pronouns.
And my name is Judah. I use they/them.
And am I the asshole for kicking my gay son down the stairs? We'll find out today. So today, JK everyone, my name's Christopher. I use he, him, and them pronouns. I'm a queer, it's the whole thing. But
Wow, Chris,
your lip wobbling.
Wow, Chris, you're queer for real?
For real.
real?
I am not short king Shayne Topp. I can remove my
Tall
mask.
King Christopher Economou.
I have 7 inches on that man. So
7 is too many.
yeah, that's too many. But anyways, we are doing queer themed Am I the Asshole today. And it's going to be a lot. And we have a couple that are from our own personal lives, as well as our favorites we found on the internet. Does anyone feel compelled to go first?
I feel compelled to introduce myself.
I totally forgot.
My name is
Okay,
JQ.
who the fuck is everybody else?
My name is JQ. I use any pronouns. That's Christopher again. Get out of the shot. Not your shot.
My name's Kelly. I use she, her pronouns.
My name's Lorelli. I use they, them pronouns. My name's Emma. I use they, she, he pronouns.
Okay, fine. We covered our bases. Now we can start.
Okay, so what's the format here? Do I say it and then we just determine if I'm an asshole?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you should
You
use
have to-
Reddit language
yeah.
such as 22-year-old
Oh.
F.
Okay.
And my friend.
22-year-old
I have
F
not
for
been-
failure.
Excuse me.
Oh,
No, not you, me.
You are
Okay,
7.
But you're not 22.
I've not been studying the Reddit language.
That was part of the homework and she already failed.
Oh
That's
my
fine.
Whatever.
Whatever.
goodness.
It's alright.
I, parentheses, 22F. Minutes before this podcast started recording, walking down the hallway, and I see someone who, in fact, waves at me, so knows me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, hi, Alex. It was not Alex.
Oh.
It was someone else. And usually this is like a minor like faux pas, but this same person I in fact met at queer prom and did the exact same thing where I thought they were and they remembered that and they're like, oh, it's all good, like my name's actually I guess I won't say their name.
Yeah, let's not dox anyone. Alex.
Yes, so this is the second time I've done the exact same mistake, and I feel bad.
Kelly's the asshole, but she's alright. It's fine. We'll do a stamp. I'm gonna have a dramatic stamp sound effect.
Damn. We
Stamp on your
support
face.
Kelly.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. We support Kelly.
Alex for not Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's for not precisely.
That would be a sick trans name.
Actually,
Actually, it would.
And Alex, am I the asshole for pressuring my colleague to tell me he's a trans man? First reactions?
Probably.
On rocky
Maybe.
ground.
I don't know.
A little
It's
rocky.
sort of a misleading title.
Yeah.
They're all
A
misleading.
little iffy.
Yeah.
They're all misleading.
They're all very leading.
It's like, am I the asshole for pushing my gay son down the stairs, as I said earlier? And then it's like, I helped my son walk down the stairs, and then, we both slipped. Yeah.
This
Any-
one, I'm getting initial like medium good vibes because at least he's like doing the pronouns right too.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
true.
That's a green flag. We have a fairly new coworker who has joined us who is the same age as me. A group of us were having get to know you talk, and he said he grew up in the same tiny village as me, population 100. I chimed in and said I grew up there too, but confessed I can't remember him. I asked him whereabout he lived, who his mom was, his siblings, to try to jog my memory. I felt really embarrassed that I couldn't remember him, so I kept questioning him. He then told me, and the group, that I probably knew him by his old name and that he was born female. None of us had any idea he was trans. I feel really awful that I unknowingly pressured him into disclosing information that I don't think he was comfortable in disclosing, as otherwise it would have come out sooner. Am I the asshole, and how do I make amends?
Not really. Like,
Which
it's
one?
like
Although
not.
it sounds not that bad to be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
he's
not
being
like.
respectful.
Yeah, it was not like he was hounding.
No, sure.
Yeah.
But like, poor guy is in like, okay, well, if I were to escape the situation, how would I? It kind of
Right,
reminds
yeah.
me, like at UCLA, they use your dead name for one of the transportation services, and then your preferred name for the other
Oh, this
transportation
story.
service. So I use both because I'm disabled. Newsflash. The drivers are sometimes shared, and a lot of them aren't students. So one time I got into the van that uses the preferred name, And she goes, "Do you have a sister by any chance?" And I go, "Oh, yeah, I actually have 2 older sisters." And she goes, "Is her name dead name?" And I was like, "No." And she goes, "Well, I picked up someone with your same last name, and it's pretty unique. So I was, wondering if maybe you had a sibling at UCLA." And I was like, "Oh, weird coincidence. That's crazy." But I was like, wow, peak trans moment. Thanks for that. But that's what it reminds me of, that it's just like so, they're so oblivious. And obviously, why would you even think that that's like the thing? So yeah, I'd say not the asshole. And hopefully both people are, the guy who had to come out is fine. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah.
The weirdest coincidence is that they're from the same 100-person village.
Well,
where was
That's no people.
That's such a specific number. 100-person village.
100-person village.
Exactly
100
100.
people.
That's crazy.
Exactly 100. Every
You
time
think-
someone is born,
Yeah.
they have to kill
Another
someone.
person
Kick
has to
someone
move out.
And they, of course, voted
And
no.
this one because the title is insane, though. It's
Yeah.
like, I pressured my colleague to
Because
come
that's how
out
he
to me.
feels, I guess. He
Yeah.
feels like that's the case.
And then in reality, it's like, I tried to remember this person who I grew up with.
Yeah. Turns out they're a dude now. But yeah, definitely stamp of not the asshole. Everybody's doing good. We can do my story. I think I'm just antsy. I want to say my story.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chris.
And I'm not going to give any more context than what I read here, but I'm going to put in the Reddit font. Well, I'll do it afterwards, but I want everybody's honest reactions. Am I the asshole for resenting my partner's transition goals?
Is this your
Oh,
title?
Good start.
Oh.
This is my title.
Okay.
Oh, we're supposed to give first impressions.
First
first.
impressions.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
just stares.
I mean, like, I don't know. I think it's really easy to feel jealous. But, like, I don't think it's, like, I don't think it's, like, inherently bad. Like, I think sometimes, like, some things are a lot easier for some people, like, especially transitioning. Like, for some people, it's a lot easier. For
Mhm.
other people, it's a lot harder. Some people can't get the surgery that they desperately want because of something or other. And it's, like, I get it.
I love knowing trans people.
I get
it's
it.
great. Shout out to the trans flag that's now in the background.
Shout
Like,
out to
Woo!
the trans
All right.
I will say, I feel like my reaction to this post is different when it's like someone on Reddit versus my friend Chris in real life who's not making this post on Reddit.
yeah, I'll put the Reddit alien on my face so that nobody can see who I am.
I'm just like a
You should
little
also
Reddit
do the
hater.
voice. The voice.
Oh my God.
Distortion.
I, 17 male, have been dating my partner, 18 female tilde, because it's complicated, for about 1.5 years. I came out as a transgender man about 6 months into our relationship at the beginning of our junior year. They actually helped me come to terms with being trans. After the dust had settled about coming out to my family and friends, I started considering how far I wanted to medically transition. I told my partner that my doctor diagnosed me with gender dysphoria and I was interested in going on testosterone as soon as I could. They responded with disgust and said, "What's next? Are you going to chop off your tits by the end of the year?" I was obviously hurt and had no idea where this hostility came from, considering they had been previously supportive. Flash forward to 6 months later, they came out to me as gender fluid / trans feminine and immediately started discussing in depth the medical transition they wanted to pursue. They had never apologized to me for their transphobic outburst. In fact, they called me a snowflake when I was openly upset about it.
Oh.
What?
That was a crazy text to receive.
That
Wow.
I was
Wait, that was over text?
over
too?
Yeah.
Over text.
this whole conversation was over text.
Okay, go on.
It was actually Instagram TM.
Oh
my
God.
Yeah, that was
Those
bad.
are the worst conversations.
I know.
That's
I was,
actually
of
that's
course,
worse.
supportive and pointed them to resources so they could educate themselves on what they were getting themselves into, but couldn't help but be a bit resentful because of how they treated me when I did the same thing. Between then and now, they had also defended one of my transphobic ex-friends who called me a tranny, and I learned that they still regularly hung out together despite saying they would stop. They've misgendered me during intimacy a bunch of times, and I also learned that they misgender and dead name me to their grandparents despite them not knowing me as a girl. So, am I the asshole for feeling this way?
No!
Wow, that was so much more different.
Chris,
That
that
was-
escalated
Sorry,
so
I retract
Okay.
my answer. That went a lot more differently than I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna go.
I'm glad!
I thought this was-
As soon as the
Pregnancy. the asshole.
Yeah, like as soon as the
Yeah,
T
what?
slur dropped, I was like, what the fuck?
Okay,
What?
I thought this was
T-slur
gonna be
drop.
The layers. Oh my god.
Look, I didn't
Carte blanche
expect
of the
this story to be
T-slur.
like, well, my partner was transphobic to me, and I feel resentful about it. Like, damn, I wonder why.
I know. I feel like they're totally justified for.
Here, you should
Like,
look at the kid.
Oh yeah. I want to look at my friend while I'm talking.
Here,
to
I'll
him.
I just look at Chris,
Down.
and you see a little video
Oh,
there. I just look at him there.
There he is. Anyway, I feel like it's it's easy to like feel like, oh, am I bad for like resenting them for this? But it's like it's completely natural to like feel like, you didn't support me, so now I'm supporting you, and it feels very unbalanced. And also they're
I just like I
Don't look at
wouldn't
me in the eyes, Kelly!
I
It's a sign of disrespect.
wouldn't even like say it's like resentment. You know what I mean? Like I think like it's more of the fact that you were like clearly hurt by the different types of like actions that this person is doing. Like it's one thing to be like, oh, like I want to be on T but I can't because something medical or something like that, or it's too expensive or something. But it's a completely different thing. Sorry, my boyfriend's texting me.
Oh no! Don't talk about your tits! Careful!
I'm gonna put on Do Not Disturb.
SMH Judo, such a snowflake.
Yeah, no, for real.
Snowflake.
I
Anyways.
believe the snowflake comment.
No,
Yeah.
if I didn't
Literally.
block their number and everything, I totally could pull
Yeah,
up those
like,
receipts.
It's just not. It's not the same. You know what I mean? Like there's a difference. There's a clear difference between being resentful about transition, because there are some things that some people can do and some things that people can't do. I think it's a completely different thing when it's like somebody straight up calling you the T slur, dead naming you, misgendering you after you have expressed like, hey, this is like not cool. And like it is kind of awkward when your partner has known you a certain way for a long time and you said it, not suddenly, but you bring it up like, hey, I want to be, I want you to use these pronouns for me and this name. It can be really awkward at first, but like I gently remind my boyfriend when he does misgender me, not on purpose, it's like an accident. I'm like, hey, I use, they/them. And he's like, okay, I'll remember that. And like, it's not, there's no hostility there. It's just like a gentle like reminder, and it's not anything like super like horrible. Again, like I said, completely different thing from being called a T-slur and then also being called a snowflake when you get upset about it.
Bro, not the snow. I like genuinely was in shock. I was like,
Yeah, that's wild.
is
But to
this,
be fair,
are
okay.
we 7? Like, what's happening?
To be fair, I do sometimes feel like some
Christopher can be a snowflake.
no.
I think it was justified.
I think some people in the community use transness to cover up their meanness, if that makes any sense. Like, I had a roommate last year who was a very mean person. Like, but he would justify it using, like, the therapy speak, or, like, doing, like, like...
I really just don't have space to treat you like another human being.
Yeah,
It's
or, like,
crazy.
they would pull, like, when you said a boundary. I talked about this in the past podcast, and I would, like, pull out a boundary, and it was like, but you're homophobic, and it's like, no, we can hear you
I
having
just don't want
sex.
you to have sex next to my bed.
Yeah.
Can we do
Yeah.
it
I was like, I
elsewhere?
can
Sorry,
hear you.
real example?
Real example.
It was in like
A little
episode what? 4 or something?
I remember.
Yeah.
Pull out the
Yeah.
Rolodex of our 10 episodes. Yeah.
Like we did that too.
Yeah, it's just like So I know that there are some people in the community that will use their queerness to justify them being mean people, or to like cover up the fact that they're mean people. So like, not that that's any excuse, because obviously, like, if you're a mean person, you're a mean person. Like, that's not the asshole for sure.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I feel like also you could have done way worse than just feel resentful, and I probably still would have said asshole.
Well, the thing is, when it just like opened with feeling resentful, like I'm not to maybe also be using therapy speak, but like your feelings don't hurt anyone. Your feelings have
Right,
no
that's true.
material impact on the world. It's how you act on them.
Okay, which one do we want to... All right, stamp.
I will say,
I'm a nice guy.
well, I want to let Shayne Topp read the title.
Shane...
Shayne Robert Topp.
Shayne Robert Topp of the Smosh Pit.
Oh, there was a similar one like this going around on Twitter about.
Why
But
is
hold
the
on,
text so small?
we'll read the post first.
I get
Also,
bullied
if
by
you
children
make fun
a
of
lot.
us in the comments, you're mean.
Yeah, take
That's
that.
right.
Take that! Okay, am
we
I
only
the...
accept constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism and nice compliments, please. Alright.
All the outright haters out there.
Yeah, the outright haters. The
Yeah.
one we have like one dislike on like 3 of our videos,
have
and I'm like,
one
what
hater.
happened? Why don't
It's
you
that
like
person
it?
who sent us the letter. That's our one hater.
That
The
one.
Satan's Jester one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And
on
you can
TikTok, that
Not
comment.
yet.
you can see in the background of the background here.
The purple poster.
We
Satan's
made that
Jester.
poster and all the tote bags behind you guys inspired by our very first hate mail we received.
Oh wait, I thought you were talking about the TikTok comment.
Oh,
that we
there's
got.
also a TikTok
Yeah,
comment.
oh, wait, what's the hate mail? I haven't heard.
Oh,
about
the hate!
this.
Oh my god!
Funny.
Am I the asshole for
Funny.
sending a queer organization religious hate mail? Yeah, this like random fucking guy emailed me personally and then the organization, and was basically like, you're like Satan's whore and court jester.
And we were like,
Oh,
promise?
okay.
Yeah,
Do I
a
get to
promise.
wear
It was
promise?
very long. I'll have to find it.
Do I get
but
to wear a fun little outfit?
a
while
fun
I
little
do it?
outfit while I'm Satan's jester? Yeah. So we made merch about it. It's great. I would say
That's where that came from.
buy at our
That's so
merch
fun.
shop, but we don't have one. So come stalk us in person and we'll give you one for $15. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Anyways. All right. Shayne. It's Shayne. Okay, I should. Here. Now I'm
Shayne.
Shayne Topp.
Yeah, your
Shayne
Shayne
Topp.
voice.
Shorten myself. That's a little mean. Okay, sorry. Am I the asshole for not letting my trans daughter come out to our extended family until after our vacation? My daughter, female 17, is transgender. I almost said is a transgender. My daughter
She's
is
a
a
snowflake
transgender.
too.
All right, my daughter, female 17, is transgender, but she's currently only out to her immediate family. My husband and I call her by her preferred name and use the right pronouns for her, but as nobody else in the family knows she's trans, they refer to her by her dead name and with he/him pronouns. So far, this has only been in periods around an hour or two, so in her words, it's been, quote, slightly bearable. But the thing is, we're going on a week-long vacation with some of our relatives soon, and we're all sharing the house. Because of this, our daughter will be referred to by her dead name and will be presenting as male. She's expressed her discomfort with this, to the point where she's considering not going on the vacation and staying home. But her father and I both agree that she should wait until afterwards to come out. It's not that anybody in the family is transphobic. If anything, they're probably the opposite. I'm not worried about her being in any danger or facing any transphobic comments. But I worry that it won't be enough time for them to fully understand that our daughter is trans, and that the topic would take up the entire vacation, which nobody wants. We all just want to be able to have a nice vacation and not have to deal with all this gender stuff. Am I in the wrong for not letting her come out, or is my daughter being selfish?
Yeah.
You see why this one was like,
Just wild.
not
I
to
love motherhood.
immediately
I
blur
think,
the
like-
mood, but like, come on.
Okay,
Oh.
so like I would understand for like safety reasons.
But she's like, everything
She's
will
like,
be
everything
fine.
will be
Yeah,
fine.
everything's fine. And I'm like, so what's
So why is it selfish of her to come out?
Right.
Yeah, the whole time I was thinking it was fine until the very end when they said there was no reason for it.
Also,
Yeah.
she's not, what's it called? It's not going to be a vacation for her. It's going to suck for her
Yeah.
the whole time.
That's
so, like,
so true.
she should stay home if they're going to force her to do that.
hold
Why
on.
couldn't they just talk about it before the vacation?
Right,
That's
like,
a-
we're leaving in
that's a
20
good
minutes.
Yeah.
That's a
Is
good
my
point.
daughter being a bitch?
That's my big bitch daughter.
My
Oh my god.
My daughter with the pronouns, because the gender stuff, like,
Not my daughter.
my
with
daughter
pronouns.
has a gender.
I love this
I
comment.
don't think my family will be very comfortable with that.
I love this comment on the post because it like kind of sums up what we were like just talking about. It's like, OMFG, so much this. Like, this was one of those where I was like, yep, you're the asshole at the title. And each word of the post I read just confirmed my vote. Not deal with this gender stuff. Madam or sir, your daughter is transgender. This gender stuff is literally her entire life.
Literally.
And if As you say, your family is accepting of transgender people, there will be no need for a processing period. It will be as simple as, oh, by the way, dead name is actually her real name now, and she uses she/her pronouns. Again, the slash, sorry. That's it.
I just noticed the slash and I was like,
That's literally it. You owe your daughter a massive groveling apology. Like how about a new car for your 18th birthday, my sweet princess?
Oh yeah, and
apology.
she's 17.
Yeah.
You're the asshole so fucking much. And
Like-
you know what? I'm kind of surprised that like all the comments were like, you're the asshole, because sometimes Reddit can be like a weird
Oh my
place.
god, the terminal
yeah.
cancer one I saw today.
What?
Oh
Tell.
my god. There was one that was like, am I the asshole for being jealous of my terminally ill cancer brother? And then it's like, I'm 18 grown years old, and my 26-year-old brother is dying of cancer and will die soon. But I feel like my mom doesn't love me that much because she's spending time with my brother that's gonna be dead in like 5 months. Like, just wait it out and you have the rest of your life, bro. You'll be fine.
I think
But
so.
everyone's
Actually,
like, not the asshole, you can have these feelings. And I'm like, maybe support the guy who's dying. I
It's
don't know.
it's really funny because like there'll be posts on here that are like, "Am I the asshole for leaving my terminally ill wife?" And
no.
divorce.
no,
And then the
Oh,
guys
yeah,
in the
so-
comments are like,
yeah.
absolutely not, she's a fucking bitch and can't even
Yeah.
And I bet she has a gender
That was
too.
great.
Well,
I
and
can't
it
do the
even gets
face I
crazier
make up
because
for
it's not
it.
even just cancer, right? Like there will be women who have just given birth or like had like a C-section, and like these men will complain about like.
Am I an asshole for not getting my wife a glass of water?
Yeah, like it'll be like, am I
Like,
am I the
yeah.
asshole for telling my wife to do more? And it's like our 2-month-old baby, and I'm like, what?
End of sentence.
End of sentence.
Right.
Ridiculous.
Like,
She just produced a child.
Anyways, all that to say, like, Reddit can be a really interesting place. And by that, I mean, there are some posts on here that can be, like, that are obviously, like, transphobic dog whistles. Like, I'm like, who is doing this? Like, literally, who is doing this? Not so much as am I the asshole. It'll come up on, like, relationships or, like,
Mhm.
dating advice. Like, there was one that I got into an argument with people about because it was, like, it was this guy, and he was asking about whether or not it was valid for him to break up with his non-binary partner because their partner had just come out as non-binary. In this post, he continues to misgender them
Oh my god.
throughout the entire
break up
post,
with him.
and it's like, am I valid for wanting to break up? And like the thing is like, okay, whatever.
Sure, but
Sure.
why are you a dick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like sure, but you're also like the reasons. Like I don't know. I was like, you
No
just
one
sound.
can stop you from breaking up with this person, but you can stop yourself from sounding like an asshole as you do it.
Yeah, and I'm like, if you're gonna break up with the person, break up with them. Like, don't ask people. on
Ask
the
the
fucking
Don't
neck,
ask
internet.
ask the
Reddit.
neckbeards for their validation, and then
No, because they were being validated. Like, they were just like a whole like cesspool of transphobia,
I
and I'm
think
just
it's
like,
totally fine to want to break up with your non-binary goddess if she's not treating you with respect.
Why are you Australian?
That's Australian. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine.
I have,
Okay,
I
that
have
was a little-
something to say
that
about
last
this.
one. Oh, yeah,
before-
Kelly.
Before we move
Go
on
ahead.
about the original thing that we just read is like
This vacation mom.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, it's a
vacation
mom.
I said my
Oh,
husband
actually,
and
we
I.
don't know.
I just assume they're not gay, but
Oh, I
TBH, gay
completely
men
missed
can also be
husband. I assumed
terrible.
it was a dad
Gay
for some
men can
reason.
also be transphobic.
Never mind. That's off. That's not what I was
Yeah.
going to say. But just like, I totally agree with you guys, and it was a big red flag with like the gender stuff.
Sorry, the account has been suspended.
Anyway, but I was gonna say, I feel like I had a bit of a different reaction where it's like maybe a bit different than like the comments and things. Where I feel like I grew up in a space where it's very much like, oh, you know, it's okay, like if you're gay or something, but like we're not gonna tell like any of the extended family or anything, and especially not on like a trip because. Like, again, not that anyone would, like, hate crime me or something. Like, they're literally chill. But, like, I don't know. So, like, I honestly, my first, like, reaction was that was normal. But, like, hearing your guys' reaction to it, it makes me think, like, oh, you actually deserve better than, like, just not telling people to, like, maintain the peace.
Well, the thing is, I think it should be, like, a personal choice.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
certainly there are members of my extended family that I'm never going to be like, I'm a lesbian too.
Right.
Because I'm just not. But like,
I'm
Yeah,
It's not up to
greatest
my mom
woman
to be
you've
like,
ever
you have
seen."
to stay in the closet to everyone,
Right,
even the people
yeah.
you know would be accepting.
Yeah, that's a really good point with like what the daughter wants to do versus like what the parents say.
Like, she says it's already only slightly bearable to, like,
Yeah.
pretend in general.
Wow.
So, like, forcing her to do it for, like, a whole week, where they're probably gonna be, like, sharing rooms and stuff, because it's, like, family vacation. Yeah, no, absolutely not. I'm like,
yeah.
girl, I hope you're doing okay.
Sorry, I found the post that reminded me of that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, am I the asshole for telling my niece to stay in the closet until she gets her inheritance?
Oh!
This one
I
was going
see.
viral on Twitter.
I see.
My 42M niece, 17F, recently confided in me that she is a lesbian. I supported her, let her know that I'd be there, etc. Usual ally stuff.
Not
However,
the usual ally
she
stuff.
told me that she was going to come out to the whole world this week. I let her know that she should absolutely wait for her grandparents, my parents, to pass. My father is incredibly wealthy and has tens of millions of dollars in assets that he will be passing down once he is gone. My father is a raging homophobe who has flat out stated that any gay individual in our family would be written out of the will. And to make sure the rest of us don't get split the money with said gay relative, they will instead have that portion of the inheritance put aside for that family member donated to charitable causes. That money will be erased from the inheritance.
God forbid.
Since both my father and my
Right.
mother are incredibly poor health, that's a weird awkward sentence.
Right. Are in incredible
Stage
poor
4
health.
cancer
They should,
and
wouldn't it?
debilitating dementia, respectively. I told my niece she should stay in the closet
Oh,
for a
because
while
they're gonna
longer.
die soon.
If she comes out as a lesbian and they find out, she will quite literally lose out on $7 million. She was a little sad, but also appreciative since that is obviously a life-changing amount of money that will allow her to live luxuriously until she dies. My wife,
$7
however-
million. Okay.
Yeah.
$7 million for the rest of your
Okay.
life.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know
I
about
did
person
that
is
with
not
my
the
grandparents
asshole.
for like zero money.
My
I
wife,
feel like this is a good idea to not tell the grandparents.
My wife, however, said that I'm being an asshole. I'm telling this poor girl to hide who she is just to appease old bigots. That is true. I am asking her to appease old bigots, but I feel like her life quality will be much better with $7 million at the cost of 1 to 2 years in the closet at tops. I have also seen my father's will and know who is getting what. So my niece is definitely going to receive $7 million as long as my father doesn't rewrite or edit his will.
Oh my gosh.
Am I the asshole for telling my niece to stay in the closet so she can be a millionaire? You know what? For $7 million,
That's $7 million, bro.
I'm putting up a heterosexual pride flag. I'm
Getting
I'm
a
getting
beard,
married.
like
I'm
Oh,
getting
yeah.
married. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's. Oh my god.
Dang, I
For
wish that
$7
was me.
mil?
I love how he's like, I
Yeah.
peeked over my father's shoulder while he was writing
Oh
the
my
will.
gosh.
Solution. Kill the parents.
I don't even think you need to.
Yeah,
I
let
mean,
them
they'll
die.
die.
It'll be fine. In hell or whatever.
no. I just think it's funny because like that's like life changing. Like yeah, he's right. Like that's life changing
lot of money.
money. Like
Yeah.
that's
And also,
Whew.
like, you know what doesn't matter? Being honest about your identity with bigots so they can hurt you.
that
Yeah.
is true.
That's so valid,
Actually, that was like a thing that people were saying on like Twitter when like card was a thing and people would list
Oh, their identities.
their
and
identities.
stuff?
They're like, hey,
Oh.
you probably shouldn't do that on the internet because trolls will use that against you.
Mhm.
And it was true. If you had stuff in your card that was like, oh, I identify as lesbian or something, you will get like, I don't know if you guys remember Curious Cat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. You will get DMs in your Curious Cat that were like nasty. Like there was a Gold Star lesbian ones. There
Classic.
was just like
Kelly was sending those.
no, I don't
I
know.
was so
I've
mean.
gotten that before.
Lorelli's the asshole.
That was so quick too. Wow.
I mean, unless you have proof and we can keep her out. No. Okay, Kelly.
I don't
My
think
hand
Kelly would do
mysteriously
that.
comes right out.
But yeah, no, like for $7 million. Oh,
That's so much
Oh,
money.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean,
the
it'll be
fact that,
taxed like a little bit, but not like that much. You know?
That's so true because it's an inherently right. Yeah.
estate tax.
there's also a small update if anyone's interested.
Oh, what were you
What's
going to
the
say, Emma,
update?
first?
Oh,
sorry.
I was gonna say that also the fact that it seems like the language, obviously, people on Reddit are telling their story, so they're maybe not construing it the correct way, and that could be what's happening here. But it seems like based on the language, he's just informing her of the fact that she's going to receive $7 million in the will, and not being like, actually you can't, and like telling her not to. I feel like
Yeah,
those
it's
are
like,
different
girl,
things.
just so you know, $7
Right.
million.
Yeah.
Let's think about this.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
You can date women in our house if you like.
Literally. In our house we can buy with $7 million.
Exactly.
But that's what that's what I was saying. Like, I agree with JQ that like coming out to somebody is like on your own discretion. Like, nobody should be outed, especially to like raging homophobes, queerphobes, etc. Because that is a very dangerous situation to be in. You could lose out on $7 million.
You're rich, it could be you.
Yeah, that could be
Rich
you.
ass grandparents. How many kids do they have? Because if they're splitting it evenly amongst everybody, they have a lot of money.
Yeah, jeez.
What's the update? Update.
Oh.
I killed my dad.
No, it says,
Okay.
my wife apologized for getting snippy with me, now agrees she should hide it for a year or two. She's a powerful advocate of LGBTQ plus rights, so she had an angry knee-jerk reaction to my dad's bigotry. Which is fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No one's the asshole here except for the extremely homophobic grandparents who
Who I imagine
hopefully
is
by this
dying
point
on
are
a
dead
golden
anyway.
throne in a mansion
Yeah.
in the woods or something.
Lorelai, this reminds me of Succession.
He's
Like a
gonna
Cousin Greg
live.
moment.
He's gonna live and he's gonna take over the company. What? Amazing.
This
Okay.
grandpa is Logan Roy.
Is it? Oh God. He's pissing in the corner. It's a whole thing.
No.
That's all I remember from that show. I only watched the first season.
That's all you need to remember.
That's all I need to know.
It was a long one.
Okay, Shayne Topp. This is a long one. We'll
Okay, Chris,
buckle
you
up.
have to be shorter again.
Everybody.
Hunch.
My spine is fused. It's impossible.
Never
You
mind.
just hear a crunching of my spine going in. What were you gonna say?
I actually had to sleep a lot earlier than I thought I was going to
Oh
do.
no.
So I will have to leave.
Okay.
Fairly well.
I'm sorry, everyone who was looking at my laptop. I'm gonna have to take it
It's
with me.
alright. It's okay. Everybody say bye to Judah.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Wait, let me do a quick fit check because my fit.
Oh yeah, fit check. Of course.
Fit
check.
Judah fit check.
is so
Judah fit
cute.
check.
So
It's actually a dress.
Oh,
Ah,
I
and
it
outright
with,
merch.
Outright merch.
Outright merch.
Slay.
All right.
Gina's always
Awesome.
slaying.
Okay. Am I the asshole for not telling a bunch of random women I'm gay? So I, 23 male, turning 24 soon, am gay.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, dude. Happy birthday 3 years
It's
ago.
3
So
years
he's
ago.
20,
3 years ago.
26 now. I've been out since I was 18 and have never hidden it. But I don't like actively mention it or broadcast it because it's literally nobody's business. The first person I came out to was my dad, 40, and he has always been supportive of me. He was... What? Oh, he was 16 when I was born. I thought it was... He was
Oh.
16 when I told him. Somehow. Okay, he was 16 when I was born and practically raised me as a single dad, so we have an exceptionally close
Aw.
relationship. Anyways, the story. Yeah, let's speed it up, bro. My dad recently turned 40, only earlier this month. He had a
Happy
huge
43rd birthday.
Happy 43rd birthday, man. Taurus energy. He had a huge party and drank a bit too much and was severely hungover the following morning. He's a freelance photographer and had accepted a contract with a local business and was meant to hand in some photography work he'd done for them the morning after his birthday.
A lot of detail.
He was okay,
That's a lot of
thanks.
detail, actually.
He was too hungover to do so, so he asked me to do it. He called their office to tell them he was sending his son with the work, and I went in. Everything was fine, and I ended up meeting a bunch of people he's currently working with. They knew I was my dad's son, as he talks about me with them. I got in some conversations with them to be nice, and a few of the younger women started, I guess, flirting with me. A few of them called me attractive and stuff like that, and I kind of just stood there awkwardly. It was just wild that these straight women were hitting on me. I didn't encourage it or anything, but I didn't say anything as I was too embarrassed, and I eventually said I had to run, and off I went. My dad went in the day after, and he was questioned about if I was single. He said no, I wasn't, and that I had a boyfriend, and that was all he said. Well, turns out these women then started blatantly calling me an asshole, as I apparently let them embarrass themselves for openly hitting on me when there was no chance I'd ever be interested. My dad did fight my corner and said that I was literally there to just drop off his photography and that I had no obligation to disclose I was gay. I'm thankful my dad's on my side, but these women calling me an asshole kind of makes me feel bad for not saying anything. Am I the asshole?
Again, a post that I had no idea what direction it was going to go until
Right?
it went there.
He just starts describing the details of the photography.
Yeah,
halfway
like
through.
my dad was super hungover the day after his birthday, and I'm like, cool.
And also, the day after his birthday, he had to do a freelance job for this group of 74 exactly 80-year-old women. And then they had to, But no, I
But this
mean,
guy's not the asshole.
Yeah, this guy's
Like,
not
what's
the
he
asshole.
supposed to do?
straight women core, lol.
As soon as anyone flirts with me, I go, you know my sexuality, right? In detail, right?
You know this, you know what this fucking flag means? You know what this fucking flag means? It means you're out.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right.
Like,
It would be
yeah,
so
cut
weird.
off.
Like, honestly, are they offended? Because I'm sure he was like, haha, okay, bye.
Yeah.
But, like, did you want him to say, like, actually, there's 0% chance because I'm a homosexual, rather than just casually being rejected?
Right.
Yeah.
They're like, I need there to be an actual reason why you don't like me, stranger that I just met for 5 minutes. Like, so dramatic.
understand any of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Do people flirt like that?
Also, like,
I
a
guess.
bunch of them, apparently.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
a group.
What the?
Actually, yeah,
A
that's the
squash
most
friend.
confusing part.
A platoon.
It feels like a fake scenario.
A platoon of
Right?
straight women all came
I
up to
can
me
see
and
it, I
called
can
me
see it.
hot. In a photography business. Or whatever. Maybe it was a bachelorette party, that would make sense.
Actually, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But
We had
yeah.
a bachelorette party at a gay bar and my dad took photos.
Swag.
Swag.
A bunch of women started hitting on me, and then they're really offended.
Literally.
One more point about that one is
Oh,
that the reason why I added it is because I did not understand why they were so like. What was
He's
it? Why were
such
they
a
so?
fucking dick. I can't believe he would do that. That's absolutely ridiculous.
But like,
No, I was
literally-
so genuinely confused by that because what? How are you embarrassing yourself by hitting on someone and then finding out that they're gay? Like, are you like?
what if he was
What?
single and straight and simply not interested?
Like, that would be worse.
That is
That's
worse,
worse.
actually.
It'd be funny if, like, he just said, no, he's not single, he has a girlfriend, and they're equally as offended. They're like,
Yeah.
You should have
oh,
told
how
us
dare
your
he not
girlfriend.
disclose that he's wed?
All
All wed men must tell me in 48 hours or less. Or else it's
Do you
illegal.
think they knew him for 48 hours?
Literally.
No.
And they knew him for 5 minutes. They're like, wow, your photography is so...
Also, have you ever told someone
His
you're gay and
dad's
they don't
photography.
believe you?
Yes.
What?
Literally.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I
Well,
had this
that was
one.
before I had short hair. Now they're like,
You got short hair and collared shirts, and they're like, yeah, checks out.
Checks out.
That's fair.
Literally me, though.
right.
I show up looking like this. I
Oh my
cut
God.
my hair pretty recently, and my mom
Yeah.
just saw it today, and she was like, wow, you look even gayer.
Oh my
I was
Look
like,
at that, you
thanks.
freaking lesbian.
Do you tell my sister that she looks even straighter when she grows her hair out?
Wow, it's like growing. That's crazy.
Whoa.
There's so many awards. Am I the asshole? Oh, Shayne voice. Am I the Or he holds his stuff like this. He's got 2 hands. He's like 2 hands, and he's like he's got a bad
Verisimilitude.
posture.
Oh my god.
It's Shayne. I love you. I watch all of the
He's
Reddit
cooking
videos.
this
I
guy.
promise. I'm sorry.
I'm
Cooking this guy.
Not me cooking Shayne Topp.
What?
Okay.
Is Damien Haas still at Smosh?
Is he the
That's
one?
still a thing
Yeah, I
happening?
think so.
Yeah, I love that guy. Didn't actually care that much about Shane, sorry.
Damn.
Well, I'm
Poor
his.
Shayne.
I'm his.
He's
I'm
the
his
one
embodiment
that's like-
right now.
He's getting roasted.
Sorry, Shayne. If you ever watch this video on this channel that has 29 subscribers, I apologize.
29 subscribers and they all work for Smosh.
Oh, they're every Smosh cast member. Hey, Ian.
Is there 29 of them?
I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole for getting my aunt and uncle kicked out of their house for not letting my husband and I sleep together?
Jake
Kicked out of
this one.
their
Oh my
house.
god, this is
Okay.
an essay.
It is long.
This
Okay.
is written by Victor Hugo.
Victor, there's going to be a lot of very juicy details or details that don't matter. We'll see. I,
Most of the
male,
details matter.
27, am married to a man, male 28. Oh my god.
So many
Am I
men
the
on
asshole for
Reddit.
being gay? He's the
Am I
only
the asshole for marrying a man?
He's the love of my life. Why is this text so fucking small? I'm sorry. I'm going into hunch mode. All right. He's the love of my life. I had only ever dated women before him, but when I met him, I realized I was bi, and we fell in love. We got married in the fall of 2018, so it's been almost 4 years. We now live in Vermont. That's
Wow,
pretty gay
cute.
state. They're in the woods. My whole family is from a small town in Texas, a super conservative Catholic area. I was raised there, but Dad got a job in NYC when I was 15. The culture shock was difficult. We went from living in rural Texas to living in an apartment in Manhattan. Okay, wealthy. My parents didn't sell our house in Texas. They allowed our aunt and uncle, who had just had their 3rd child, to move in, while charging them a small rent. Hell yeah. Extort your family members for rent. That's so funny.
Landlord your family.
Landlord your
Landlord
family.
your family.
In college, when I came out as bi, my brother and dad were very supportive. My mom needed some time to accept. The rest of my family reacted poorly at first, but came around. During visits, we stayed with my aunt and uncle at my old house, but because we weren't married, we weren't allowed to share a bed. We didn't argue. We both would rather make peace. Visiting since, instead of staying with my aunt and uncle, we would rent a motel room. During COVID, we did not visit them, but this summer, my parents and brother decided to go visit my hometown again for 2 weeks and invited my husband and I. I wanted a motel again, but my aunt and uncle insisted my brother, husband, and I stay with them. The first night sleeping situation was being discussed after my cousins went to bed. My aunt and uncle wanted me and brother to take the spare bedroom, the husband on the couch, and all three of us took issue with that. That's so funny that they want the siblings to share a bed.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a very sibling core thing.
But also
very
not
much
when
so.
you're almost married.
Well, yeah, not
It's like,
over
yeah,
your
I'm gonna
literal
I'm gonna
husband.
Actually married.
Is he married?
It's COVID. Yeah, he got married in
Oh shoot,
2018.
okay, so they're
So-
actually
oh.
married.
Actually married.
Yeah.
They snapped that we were not really married because we were gay. Oh no. And that they had children in the house. They said that it would be a bad influence on their kids. They hurt my husband's feelings and he started crying and ran out of the room. Oh. When my husband ran out, my uncle had the audacity to start laughing. That's when I saw red and I fucking killed him. No.
Honestly,
Am I
not
the
the
asshole?
asshole.
the body.
Not the asshole.
I started cussing them out so loudly that my young cousins came to investigate. I told them that if they didn't go apologize to my husband immediately, then I was going to tell my dad that what just happened, and I was going to make sure to have them kicked out of the house, which was still in my parents' name. My father will hear about this!
Your landlord will hear about this.
My brother seconded everything that I was saying. They started backtracking and saying that we were still welcome in their house. But that we had to follow their rules. I responded that it wasn't really their house. I told them they were going to be homeless if I had my way. With my father! LOL. The kids started crying because they heard me say they were all going to be homeless. Okay, reasonable reaction. So we left.
Oh
My husband was on the porch crying. I promised him that I would never subject him to that again. I told my dad what happened. To say that my dad was angry would have been an understatement. He served them a notice of eviction for 60 days.
As he should.
I've been getting calls and texts and Facebook messages from my family calling me an asshole. I want to know if I'm the asshole for allowing my younger cousins to end up homeless. Wait a second. I want to know, am I the asshole for allowing my young cousins to end up homeless? Is it fair that they have to pay for what my aunt and uncle said to me and my husband?
The thing is,
Yeah, I feel like bringing in
that's
the
not
kids.
being
Yeah, that's the
homeless,
kind of
that's being
allyship I want.
evicted.
Yeah, that's the thing is,
There's a difference.
Yeah.
They can find
they
a
could
place
have, like,
to live in
yeah.
their tiny town where the houses are probably $5 because it's Texas
Because it's
in
rural
the pandemic.
Texas.
Yeah, I feel
oh my
like
god,
we
Texas
keep
in
Build
the
a farmhouse.
pandemic.
Like,
yeah, like with this, like, I feel like the poster didn't necessarily, like, directly if they are homeless, like, directly cause that. Like, it was the aunt and uncle who started the whole thing and then also didn't find somewhere else, like, to live with their kids.
like they
know?
literally
Like,
are.
it's not the poster's fault that the aunt and uncle.
They were offered this situation and then directly disrespected the people who gave them the situation. Like, the kids being wrapped up in it is not his fault. Although it's, I mean, poor kids. They're like, we're gonna be what?
Yeah.
And he's like, your parents are dicks. You'll get over it. It's fine. Yeah, I would say not the asshole in general.
It is complicated,
But yeah,
Yeah.
of course complicated because, like, I mean, if the kids suffer, that's also, I would blame the aunt and uncle if the kids are suffering.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they had a choice to. He was like, you can take it back and apologize.
Oh, and they
Or-
didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh,
said, if
okay.
you
That's
apologize, it's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's totally the aunt and uncle's fault
okay.
then.
That actually changes.
If they didn't
yeah.
go apologize to my husband immediately, then I was going to tell my dad what just happened and make sure to
Right.
have them kicked out of the house.
Wow.
There's
So, like,
very
and then they
clearly
said- they
apologize
basically-
to my husband written in there.
Yeah,
Also,
they said
it's
they
like-
would basically not, and we're backtracking and being like, well, you can live here as long as you live on our rules. And I'm like,
Right.
that's not an apology.
Yeah, and it's
My
like-
father will hear about this. Excuse me, father.
Oh my god.
Your relatives are homophobic.
Your brother and sister are being quite ridiculous right now.
Oh my god.
This episode is a soft launch for my voice acting career, just so everybody knows. Hire me as Chad. or homophobic uncle. Or son
Wait, but
of
you're son of
yeah.
rich
cousin
rich people?
cousin of homophobic uncle.
Oh my god.
Chris,
This is
coming
James's
soon to
cousin.
the animated adaptation of Succession.
I'll be Kendall. I can be Kendall.
No.
He's a little piss boy. Isn't that his whole thing? He's a piss boy.
Is he the one who pisses in the corner?
No.
Somebody
Piss boy
keeps
is an
saying,
What does that
attitude.
even mean?
He's just a little
Straight
bitch.
up, what does that mean?
A
Just
little
like
bitch
being
boy.
a
He's
little
like a
bitch?
little bitch boy.
Not
yeah.
Kendall
Little
Roy.
bitch
No.
boy. At least I
Aren't
feel like in the
you?
first season he's a bit of a doormat, isn't he?
Are we gonna talk about Succession?
I have
Do
not
not
seen
get me
Succession.
started.
I have not seen Succession. Okay.
We can talk about this after the podcast.
We'll hash this out later. It says 14.2k upvotes, which means people found it interesting. Am I the asshole for telling my son that he's obviously gay?
Classic.
My son, the 17 male, has apparently been in the closet for the past 7 months.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Apparently, he was
His
called
boyfriend told me. So my son is fairly masculine / straight acting, if that makes sense. However, he's very obviously had a boyfriend, 18 male, for the past 7 months. He sometimes baby talks to this boy, hugs him all the time, calls him handsome, shares clothes, sits way too close with each other to the point where they're basically cuddling. It keeps
Aw.
going. He closes his bedroom door when with him and not any other friends. Sees him like every day, buys him gifts, and for the past 7 months, he now always smells great, has his hair fixed really nice, and dresses
Whoa.
nicer, among other things.
Just
Wow.
keeps
Okay.
going.
Jesus.
the kind of thing a
Yes.
lesbian writes and is like, are we dating?
Well, I was gonna say, is this straight up like me or like my friend? Like, we weren't dating, but also everyone's like,
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Today I asked my son if I was going to invite his boyfriend to our trip, and he got awkward and said, "That's not funny." I asked what he meant, and he said, "I'm straight. That's not funny." I laughed, and when I realized he was serious, I started laughing even harder.
also he's British.
I told him he was very obviously in a relationship with a guy and did a terrible job at hiding it. He got emotional and started asking me not to tell his dad. My husband already knows. Like I said, it was obvious. Jesus, lady. Then he got upset, saying I outed him when he wasn't ready. He hasn't said a word to me in a couple days. Am I the asshole?
I feel
That's
like
a complicated one.
yeah, although I
Right.
feel like the mom, it's like she, like, if she's like inviting the boyfriend on a trip, I feel like she's being pretty like accepting.
But why did she laugh in his face when
That
he was
is
upset?
really rude,
That's
though.
secret.
Like-
He starts crying and she starts guffawing. Guffawing.
Well, it doesn't.
this
It
woman-
doesn't
this
just
woman is
say like
guffawing.
he got awkward, which to me doesn't feel like he was like weeping openly.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I feel like we don't have 100% of like the situation, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
It could have been really bad or like medium.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Or it could have been like a complete misunderstanding because there's something in there where it was like, she just like didn't understand. Like, she clearly thought it was like a way lighter situation than he did because like
Yeah.
it seems like her and the father are both just like completely chill with it and he didn't know that yet. And that's
Yeah.
why he's like
Yeah.
really worried and she's like, what the fuck are you so worried about? Like, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, all
I have
Your
something to
kid
say
is
about this
crying,
too. After that. Yeah.
Maybe you should
Okay.
stop laughing.
Yeah,
Definitely
yes.
not.
As your
So
child begins to
Yeah.
cry, step
Nowhere
one.
does it say he started crying.
Oh,
Was it
wait,
not?
wait.
No!
What does it say
That
after
was-
he
that was
says,
the
after he
beginning.
looks
Is that our
awkward?
fanon?
He got awkward and said, "That's not funny." I asked what he meant, and he said, "I'm straight. That's not funny." I laughed, and when I realized he was serious, I started laughing even harder. At no
Okay.
point does it say he
Okay.
started
Okay,
crying.
so never mind.
Still, I
That's
feel
what
like that's
people are
hater
talking
behavior. Sometimes your mom is your biggest hater. Like, it's just.
And it's
I have something to say
irrelevant.
about this too. So I feel like this is also funny to me because, well, first of all, I just said like something very similar happened to me, and it's twice now because that's actually how I like came out to my parents. Is really similar to this, where they're just like, "Are you gay?" Like it's like or something like that.
what the
and-
fuck is going on here?
And like I don't know, and then they listed out all these like reasons or whatever, and then they were taking it lighthearted and I started like sobbing.
Yeah, I mean,
because I was very emotional about it and hadn't like fully accepted myself, I guess. But And they didn't like laugh in my face or anything like these people.
Right.
But like
Deborah or
I
whatever
guess
your
they
mom's name
didn't
is.
realize
Debbie fucking
that
laughing
it
at
was
us.
so emotional, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I never came out to my parents because I'm a terrible liar. So my parents
Chris.
found out both that I was gay in middle school and then that I was trans. I bought a binder and then didn't think of a lie.
Nice.
She was like, "What's this?" And I'm like, just cried. Yeah.
Really?
But like, you know, I mean, my parents love me and like unconditionally support me. And at the time they were like, "Why do you think, you know?" And I was like, "Because we're having a confrontation and I feel like
Oh,
you know, from the kid's perspective, I understand if he
Yeah.
thinks his parents are like a bit of a dick at the moment, but I think objectively, besides the laughing in his face part, I think she's okay.
I think these are good parents, like just
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even like I feel like the kid can have a conversation. Like once he cools down, he can have a conversation and be like, "Hey,
yeah.
this is why I was upset."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the verdict is that she's the asshole.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
the top comment, which has a lot, it has a
26?
it has a star little like
It has like a little shooting
animation.
star going across. Yeah.
What?
Meteor.
Honestly, deciding if you are or aren't the TA, the asshole.
Yeah.
If you aren't teaching assistant, or had malicious intentions or not, seems less important than making sure your son feels safe, comfortable, and loved. I think you should go to him and first apologize for laughing at him.
Yeah.
No matter your intentions, it's rude and probably made him feel so belittled. Second, apologize for making an assumption about his identity and trying to ascribe your take on him. Third, explain that your
DVR
assumption
session.
was simply based on your read of the dynamic between him and this boy. But you realize now that the only people who get to make decisions about what they are or are not to each other is the two of them. And whether he has those feelings or not is not for you to dictate nor demand he explains to you. You can explain that maybe it felt obvious or clear to you, but you realize now that your take matters far less than his, and you're sorry for imposing your perspective on him, or making him confront revelations about himself that he may not have been fully ready to address. Fourth, for the love of God, tell him that you love and support him, no matter what his identity is, and regardless of whether he feels ready to disclose such personal things to you yet. Also, kind of you're the asshole because you laughed in your kid's face. That's a little rude. Yeah.
Okay, actually, that's
I
a
can
very
agree with
valid
that.
comment. Yeah.
Although I
Reddit
still
valid.
feel like the
Reddit
parents
being valid.
For the first time ever.
Yeah.
they could be it could be a lot worse.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the asshole unintentionally.
Yeah.
The asshole not understanding the implications and how scary it can sometimes be
Yeah.
to come out. Like, whether or not you know your parents are going to be accepting, it's
I think
still a level of scary that maybe the parent did not understand.
I think Reddit needs a scale of like you're definitely really the asshole versus like you kind of messed up, but it's reparable.
Right.
Because like the thing
Yeah,
where it's like
medium,
I'm going
yeah.
to force my trans daughter to stay in the closet for no reason at all.
It's not as
He's like,
Yeah.
you suck. This is like, I handled something poorly.
Right.
We'll have a conversation about it and it'll blow over.
I still can't believe that, like, full adults make these posts and
Yeah.
post them on the internet.
yeah,
It's
who
so
does
funny.
this?
This mother, instead of, like, talking to her husband or the child, is like,
Actually, yeah.
okay, we
Let me
have...
consult.
Okay, our finale is... Just looking at my gay avatar in my top right of my Reddit, because of course I customized my robot. Am I the asshole for outing my ex as gay after she told everyone that I cheated on her? I know this. I know the title sounds absolutely terrible, as if they have no control over the title. Just fix it.
I'm so sorry they made me write this title.
My girlfriend put a gun to my head and told me I had to say it like
Reddit
this.
himself.
Bear with me.
My ex and I were together for 5 years. I decided to propose, but she rejected me. The next day, we had a talk. She realized that she was gay, since I'd been trying too hard... What?
I think
I'm
I've
sorry.
been trying
Oh,
too
he's
hard.
a man. The person writing is a man.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's another
Okay.
like 22M on here.
I need to start it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I need to start. Where's the fucking
We forgot
decorum?
men exist again.
Where's the fucking decorum?
A
All
Reddit
right.
decorum. Come on, man. There's
All
a
right.
formula.
Come on. Downvoted. My ex and I were together for 5 years. I decided to propose, but she rejected me. The next day we had a talk. She realized that she was gay since, quote, I've been trying too hard to please myself with men. We broke up. The very next day, I get bombarded with text messages. My family asked if this was true, and they linked me to a post. It was Facebook, who uses Facebook, exposing me about cheating. She said that's why we broke up. Now, I'm usually not evil, but this pissed me off. She was destroying my reputation for God knows why. I simply commented that the real reason why we broke up is because she's gay. People didn't believe me until my ex literally screamed at me for outing her. Then a lot of people started to call her out for her lies. I know I'm probably a huge asshole, though I feel like she deserves it. But alas, am I the asshole? No, I did not cheat on her. Yes, I did have sex with someone the day that we broke up, but it was after.
See, that last one.
What? Not doing.
Wait.
Bro, you proposed to her!
Also,
Why is
like,
everyone saying not the asshole? This is so obviously everyone sucks here to me.
That was
Everyone
Okay,
sucks
that's actually
here.
fair. Yeah,
That's the fastest rebound. That's like
that's
a
so
ricochet.
funny. That
It was a
That
5-year
literally-
relationship, and he had sex the day they broke
yeah,
up.
where did this person come from? Like,
It's
actually, yeah. Where did that?
she
person
was like
come
she's
from?
like a gopher that lives in
He
their
was
basement.
on
She's
a
like, hey,
mission.
in the
Hey,
basement.
you're having some problems.
I'm here.
Why am I Mickey Mouse?
Mickey fucked Mickey Mouse. So what, Lorelli?
Notorious cheater.
You have tea. What's your opinion?
I have tea. Like, I was personally there.
Yeah.
I was actually the person proposed to.
Yeah.
Um,
It's actually me.
You told this guy that you told Facebook that this guy was cheating on you.
He goes off Facebook.
okay, first of all, did she yell at him in the Facebook comments?
Facebook post.
Yeah, right.
Are
Or
you
did she?
funny?
Was it all caps
Was this
texting,
like a-
or was it like she
A
FaceTimed him and
confrontation?
then
Because people knew about it.
she FaceTimed him and then everybody was there,
But it says literally
A group
screamed
call.
at me.
and then everybody clapped.
I think that it all
And
happened
then
on
she got ran
Facebook.
over by the Down with Cis bus.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe it was like all caps screaming in a Facebook post or something.
That's what I guessed because then it
Well,
said,
okay.
oh, and then people started calling her out on her lies. So I guess
I
that
was
would
not
be in the
expecting
Facebook.
we
post.
we called a quorum of people from our friend group and then had a Socratic
A
seminar.
council.
Yeah.
I think this all happened on Facebook. Like she screamed at him in the comments.
Yeah,
Seems like a Facebook interaction.
That's how That's how other people saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your
Yeah.
take, Lorelli?
Yeah. What's your
like-
tea?
Why do you have to out her? Like, why not
Why can't you just say that's not true?
Yeah,
that
like-
also? And why can't you just, like, if you're gonna make something up, say something worse? Like, I don't. Like, that-
Actually, she cheated on me with my dad.
Then you're roping your dad into it. So
And then your dad's like, wait, what? And then his wife is like, what?
You mean
Sorry.
his mom? This is his dad.
Continue.
like,
Sorry, I created a lot of marital discord today.
like I don't know. Like, first of all, why can't you just like talk to her directly and be like, hey, why are you telling everybody that I cheated on you? Like that.
That
does not make
Yeah, I
sense.
probably should have been handled not on a public Facebook post.
Yeah.
Also,
Can you
like,
By the
imagine
way, she's gay.
announcing your breakup with he cheated on me
Yeah,
on
actually, on
Facebook?
but also, like, I don't see why he really needed to out her like that, because it says, my friends asked if this was true, indicating that they thought it might not be true.
And then he
You
was
could
like,
just
no,
be like,
she's just
no,
a big old lesbian.
She's just lying. She's sad about the breakup, and she's saying I cheated, even though I didn't, and you don't need to out her.
Also,
But
she literally, I feel like even if he just said, she's not telling the truth, I proposed to her literally yesterday. Like,
Right.
it's not, I mean,
I
not
went
the
to go have
proposal.
sex with somebody else.
Yeah, and then I
Yeah.
immediately
Yeah,
put
what?
down the ring box, we ended our date, and then I went and fucked somebody else.
But I'm just
That's the part I
You're
don't
having
get.
some marital discord.
Did she know
I'm
about
just
the other
really
person?
Maybe?
I'm really confused. Like
Why did he add that last
the
detail?
girlfriend
Makes
like
him look
told
worse.
people
like,
that he
"Good job,
cheated
girl."
on her if she's the one who broke up with him?
Like, why
it
not
seems
just say,
like she
like, our
didn't have beef
relationship
with
didn't
him.
work out?
Yeah.
why was she suddenly throwing him under the bus?
Maybe he
I don't
cheated
know.
with his
Slept with somebody
heterosexuality.
That actually is what I
Well,
want to.
And she was like,
But
what the
how
fuck?
did she even know about that?
I don't, maybe he told her.
Maybe she was there and he didn't even notice.
This guy's clearly
She
deranged.
was the gopher
She was the gopher!
in the basement.
She got cuckolded by her straight boyfriend.
It was her mom.
Oh no! But yeah, I'm just like, I'm baffled. I was like, okay, so am I the asshole? No, I did not cheat on her. Yes, I did have sex with someone the day we broke up.
That is
Not
wild.
even
day
the day app. Not even like a grace.
Literally,
period.
wait. They
Uh-huh.
broke up the day he proposed, which means he had sex with another woman the day that he proposed.
This was
to
such a
someone.
day for him.
This is a very eventful day. He's like, I'm sad. Time to
Wait,
get
is
fucked
that
up.
the
Like your
poster?
unemployed friend.
Yeah,
on
this is the
Tuesday.
poster.
Proposing.
Okay, wait, the
cheating.
reason he added that is that someone in the comments asked, info, did you actually cheat on her at some point, or was the whole thing a total lie? And then the response is, that was a total and complete lie. I did move on extremely quickly, though. Had sex with an old friends with benefits the same day she broke up with me.
Damn.
Like, neither of you were that invested in this relationship,
Also-
I think.
And yet he was gonna propose to her to get
Yeah.
married.
Yeah.
I
Like-
moved on in one day.
No, I
Am I
moved on in
the-
5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less
Although
than a day.
this does make a little bit more sense that he already knew the person.
Yeah, then like
Yeah.
he went to a bar and fucks
Right.
a random person.
Wait, but like
Yeah.
a friends with benefits, if he's been in a relationship for 5 years.
That's a long
Yeah,
time.
5
she's
years
like-
is a really long
Imagine
time.
if you going from like 22 to 27.
That's
She's
true.
been like she gotten a couple promotions since like the last time you guys had sex. Like that's
But
And
also
she was
like,
still down. Oh my god, soulmate?
Right, yeah, and she was still. That's the thing. Is I feel like maybe it would
That's
be even
crazy.
more not even more, but it would be more understandable if he just went to like a bar and hooked up with a random stranger. Because like
Yeah.
I feel like 5 years and you're friends with benefits is still like
oh yeah.
so
Okay.
now
so
it
you
is
were
like
thinking
maybe
about
a
it.
little
They were just
sus.
friends
Yeah,
while they were in
thinking
the
about her.
relationship, and like maybe like he was super upset after the breakup and like was. What?
Okay, actually, that's
I
kind
don't
of
know how to
valid.
put this.
It
like
is-
was like, and like wanted to like see his friend or whatever, and then like things happened. I don't know.
Specifically
valid
the friends with
saying that.
benefits though?
What?
Specifically the friends with benefits? Like,
I
that's a
don't
little
know.
questionable.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm defending this guy.
It's interesting how universal it is that he is not the asshole, because I feel
Really?
like the fact she came out to him as the only person who knows about this, right? They broke up. Obviously, she did something terrible, and then he's like, immediately to get back at her, I potentially put her in danger,
Yeah.
right? Because like, there's no information about like, you know, the type of friends or whatever. I guess we can assume that they're like whatever, it's fine. But like in the same vein, again, you didn't have to like compensate for her lie with like a brutal truth
Yeah,
that
and
she's gay.
the
Yeah.
fact that she was in that relationship for 5 years
Right?
and never like
Yeah.
she was clearly struggling with it.
The whole thing is perplexing.
Girl, I hope you're okay. Dude, I hope you're married to this fucking friends with benefits. Or you proposed, you broke up, and then had sex with another woman the same day.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
It just seems
These
like
people are
oh.
wild.
Yeah.
literally.
What were you gonna say?
It just seems like yet another circumstance of like straight people not understanding that he could be like potentially actually putting her in danger or exposing her to like dangerous people. And I think he's not. I think he's seeing it as her saying that she cheated on him. Bad. That's bad. That's a bad thing to do. He's seeing outing her as comparable, and it's like
Right.
kind of not in the way that it could affect them. I guess.
Yeah,
Like you
you
can suffer
spread-
like social consequences if people believe that you cheated on
Right.
someone, but they're like not comparable to being hate crimed.
Yeah.
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 And also like the people. Hopefully, the people who you care about would be like, "Oh, okay, you say you didn't cheat on her, so I believe you." Ideally,
Right.
they would believe you.
And also, like, I feel like outing her when she's been in a relationship with a man for 5 years, and like Lorelli said, is very obviously like struggling with her identity and clearly not out to like anyone at all besides besides OP. Like,
Not OP.
Not OP.
I think besides Reddit user AskAskDo3.
Not ass dude.
Yeah, what?
The third one.
It's like ASK.
Oh.
Sorry, I just
I
had an
thought you were
extremely
saying
strong
Ass
thought.
do.
Ask
Three.
do 3.
But yeah, I think he's a dick. I think she's a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both messed
I
up.
hope she's okay. I don't care about him. I'm just gonna be honest. Why'd you have sex? That's like like did he propose in the morning and then they had like a lunch
who proposes
conversation
in
and
the
like
middle of
The
the
best
day?
part
Yeah.
is, he says that the friends with benefits lived in a completely different city, so he would have had to like drive
my
there and like,
Oh. Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Okay, asshole by principle, not by circumstance. All right.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Okay. Do we have? We'll rate. Who's
That
the
was a good
biggest
one
asshole
to
of
end
today?
Absolutely,
This-
I want to make my trans daughter stay in the closet
Yeah, that's
for
pretty
no
bad.
reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely wife/husband who forced the daughter or wants to force the daughter to stay in the closet on a family vacation.
For no
I hope
reason.
she stayed home.
Yes.
Hope so.
Hope she stayed home, and I hope she texted the whole family when she stayed home to come
Yeah.
out,
Oh
and then made the
Made
thing
it
awkward for
everyone's
the parents.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real.
Slay.
That is so real.
Headcanon.
The good ending.
The good ending, yeah. Anyways, you can follow OutWrite on our social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter at OutWrite Newsmag. You can also read our tri-weekly articles on our website, OutWriteNewsmag.org. We're working on a print right now, which we'll get a little sneak peek / themed episode about in a couple weeks. But yeah, any last thoughts? Don't be an asshole. But be gay.
Don't out people.
Don't out people. Don't have
Or-
sex with your friend after you propose and then get rejected.
In a 5-year relationship.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
In case you're thinking of
You
doing
will
that.
get you will get judged by gay people on the internet.
Gay fucking 20-year-olds on the internet.
Gay 20-year-olds with 29 subscribers.
You're going down.
I've been JQ.
I've been Kelly.
I've been Shayne Topp.
I've been Emma.
I've been Lorelli.
My name's actually Christopher, in case you forgot. Thank you for watching this episode of Speak Out. We might do part 2, who knows? But next week is Lesbian Visibility Day, so I'm very excited for that one. Goodbye.